I was at the altar about to get married when my husband's friend screamed, "I object." The church went silent. 200 people turned to look at Zach standing in the third row with his hand raised. My fiancé gripped my hand. "Zach, what the hell?" Sam's voice echoed off the vaulted ceiling. "She can't marry you," Zach said, his voice shaking but determined. "Because she's already married to me." The gasps rippled through the crowd. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. Sam's sister started crying. The priest looked between us, completely lost. "What are you talking about?" I heard myself say. Zach pulled out his phone and walked toward the altar. Everyone was staring at me, at Zach, at Sam. "I have proof," Zach said, holding up his phone. I needed to know what he was talking about. My mind raced back through the past year. Had I done something? Said something? But I came up empty. I'd never even been alone with Zach. He was Sam's college roommate, someone I barely knew beyond holiday parties and the occasional poker night. He was quiet, kept to himself, always watching from the distance. "Show me," I demanded, stepping down from the altar. Sam followed, his hand still locked around mine. Zach pressed play. The video showed me stumbling, laughing, wearing a white tank top and jeans that I recognized immediately. My bachelorette party, Las Vegas, 3 months ago. The footage was shaky, clearly taken on a phone, and showed me being helped into a pink chapel with neon hearts in the windows. My arm draped around someone's shoulder, Zach's shoulder. The video continued. Inside the chapel, an Elvis impersonator stood at the altar. Zach stood next to me, steady and completely sober, guiding me through the ceremony. When Elvis asked if I took Zach to be my lawfully wedded husband, I shouted, "Why not?" and burst into laughter. I threw a plastic bouquet in the air and almost fell over. The officiant pronounced us married. Zach kissed my cheek. The video ended. I didn't remember this. I didn't remember Zach being there at all. "You took advantage of me," I whispered, my face burning. "I was drunk. That can't be legal." "It is in Nevada," Zach said, and pulled a folded paper from his jacket pocket. "I have the marriage certificate. It's real, Rachel. We're legally married." He held it up. There were our names, my signature, the date, the official seal. Sam lunged at him. The groomsmen were holding him back while he shouted, "Why?" I screamed at Zach. "Why would you do this?" "Because," he started. "Because I couldn't let this happen." "Let what happen?" Sam shouted. "We're in love. We were getting married." "No," Zach said quietly. "You were getting married." She was going through the motions. "That's insane," I said, and Zach responded, "Is it?" "Rachel, when Sam proposed, what did you say to your best friend the next day?" I froze. "You said, well, I guess this is happening, not I'm so happy, not I can't believe it." "You said it like you were accepting an appointment you didn't really want." "I didn't mean it like that," I mumbled. Zach continued, "And when you picked your wedding dress, you chose the one your mother wanted, not the one you kept going back to look at, the one that made you smile. And when Sam suggested a honeymoon in Hawaii, you agreed even though you'd always dreamed of going to Scotland. When he wanted to buy a house in the suburbs near his parents, you nodded along even though you'd talked about living in the city. When he said you should wait on grad school because the timing wasn't right, you dropped your application." Each word was a hammer blow. "How do you know all this?" I whispered. "Because I pay attention," Zach said simply. "I've been paying attention to you for 3 years. Since the day Sam brought you to that party, and you spent 20 minutes talking to me about the book you were reading. You were so excited about it, so alive. And then Sam called you over and you just dimmed. Like you turned down your own brightness to not outshine him." "This is crazy," Sam said. "Zach, you're my best friend. Why are you doing this?" Zach finally looked at Sam. "Because I'm in love with her. I have been since that party. I couldn't stand at your wedding and watch her promise forever to the wrong person." "So you married her?" Sam said. "While she was drunk? While she couldn't consent? That's your solution?" Zach replied and said that I walked away from my friends during the bachelorette party. He was there at a conference and he found me and tried to get me back to the hotel. But in the taxi, I said you didn't know if I could go through with the wedding. I didn't remember that. I didn't remember any of it. "You were so drunk, Rachel, and so sad. And you kept saying, I just wish someone would stop me. I wish someone would give me a reason to say no. So I gave you a reason to say no." "Rachel," Sam said, "tell him he's wrong. Tell him you love me and this is what you want." I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. Today is mine and Zach's 10-year wedding anniversary. I always think about what if I made the wrong decision that day.